Hi, I'm Shelley Funnell and I'm a director at Henderson Reeves Lawyers. I get asked all the time, do I need a will and do I need a will drafted by a lawyer? So firstly, who needs a will? As a lawyer, I think all adults who have assets or have children need a will. There is a common misconception out there that people with jointly owned assets don't need a will because their assets will automatically pass to the survivor. This is true, but what happens if there's no survivor? Then you need a will. Also, even if you have jointly owned assets, so you've got joint bank accounts or you own your property jointly, you might have separately owned assets like KiwiSaver, life insurance, separate bank accounts or shares, and they don't automatically pass to anyone, so you need a will. You might also have some other stuff that means something to you or your family, so for example a car or jewellery or a home entertainment system, and you want to say who gets what, and so you need a will. If you're starting a new relationship, if you're getting married or you're ending a relationship, then you should get a will. If you already have one, it should be updated. If you're in a blended family, you definitely need a will. Litigation is way more likely for a blended family. And although litigation is great for lawyers like me, it's not that great for your estate and it's not that great for your family. A really good will reduces the chance of litigation. If you're a parent, you need to appoint a guardian, and so you need a will. So heaps of people get stuck on this because they just don't know who to appoint. So what you need to know is that the kids don't have to live with a guardian. The guardian is just someone who makes those big decisions about where they're going to live and where they go to school. So you can just pick someone you trust who will look out for your kids and make those decisions. So in summary, most people need a will. So what happens if you don't have a will? So if you don't have a will, it's called dying intestate, and there's a special process called letters of administration. The first step is someone needs to be appointed as administrator. So if you have any conflict in your family about who's going to be appointed, or in fact nobody steps up to be appointed, there's going to be delay and extra costs for your estate. Also, if you don't have a will, the Administration Act decides who gets what. The Act is very specific and it cannot be changed. So as an example, if you're in a qualifying relationship, so you're married or you've got a de facto partner and you've got no children, then your partner gets 2/3 of the estate and your parents get the other third, which may or may not be what you wanted and could create conflict in your family or could create conflict between families. Also, if there's no relatives, then all your stuff is going to go to the state and you don't want that. DIY wills, do-it-yourself wills, should you do it? Well, wills are pretty technical. There are some really specific witnessing requirements and some other funny things like you can't staple and unstaple a will or leave a coffee cup stain. And also the will needs to be found. So we've heard of scenarios where a family member goes through a house and the will conveniently disappears. If you do a will with a lawyer, there's going to be electronic copies, there's going to be file notes, emails, and we keep the will safe in a special room. So you may also not be aware of all the special laws that apply to wills and allow someone to challenge the will. Like there's the Testamentary Promises Act, the Family Protection Act, and the Property Relationships Act. So if someone does make a claim, that comes at great cost to the estate. Your lawyer can give you some advice so you can minimise the chance of a claim. So obviously, we think it's important that you have a will. At the end of the day, having an expert like me prepare your will could save your relatives a lot of grief and expense. I personally think it's the ultimate gift for your family to leave a will that clearly sets out what you want. So here at Henderson Reeves, we make it as easy as possible to prepare a will. We can take your instructions by phone, by AV, email, or in person. So if you'd like to get your affairs in order or you have any questions, please give us a call. We're happy to help.